Fuck it, let's get it. The music was taking too long for me tonight. I know y'all like, what the fuck is going on? What's happening right now? Let me tell you what's happening. We getting ready to make some people mad, like we always do, right? What's going on, lovely Lunarian? Hey, There go the ones. Y'all beat me to it. Everybody on time tonight. Everybody like, fuck that music and let's go. I can't wait to sink my teeth in this particular subject because it needs to be said. It needs to be said. What's going on, CR? We got Colette de Jour. We got Religion Free, V in Training, Sugar Imp, the Riddler's here, Lady Posh is here. Everybody's in this building. And Religion Free, I got you on the inbox tip. Now, check this out. Apparently, sometimes they want for you to take a break and have a little bit of respect for when sometimes something happens. Y'all already know where I'm getting ready to go with this. The kitten left y'all. It's been a couple of other dusty sons of bitches that have left y'all. They left this earth, to be exact. But this particular one, he removed his own do-rag. I always tell y'all to aim for the do-rag whenever these motherfuckers want to fuck with you, right? Complete self-defense. Never go on the attack, just complete self-defense. Let's go ahead for a second because I want to go ahead and get this popping. I want to get this all the way out the way. Let me get this piece up off of here because we can really have some fun on this Friday night. I mean that shit. How are you ladies on the panel doing? Because it's finna get ugly.
Awesome. It's Friday.
Yes. Share screen. Because we finna make some folks mad. And honestly, y'all, it's always been this way. It just needs to be said straight up. Now, whenever a Black woman suffers an R word, a SA, a molestation, poverty, sickness, the world gets a kick out of it, especially the Nakers. The Nakers love that shit because I told you they love and they get a euphoria out of you being upset, sick, depressed, impoverished, in need, lonely, all that shit. They take pleasure in that type of shit. Well, this thing right here, apparently his name is Steven tWitch Boss. To me, his name is Dusty, because I said all of them. Well, in y'all's world, he's a dancer, right? He's Ellen's DJ. He apparently was suffering from some sort of depression. Oh, well, right? Oh, well, because Black women are in trouble right now. So I don't give a fuck what niggas are going through. I really don't. But let's stick a pin in him real quick and get to some shit. Do y'all remember this lady right here? She's a baby to me. I call her lady because she was grown, but to me that's a baby. She was 22 years old. If y'all don't remember her, in 2014, let me see if anybody's putting her name in the comments because this is important, ladies. It's important. Her name was Karen Washington, and the Dusties got to her, talking about, her being a Black girl. She was catching self-esteem issues. And if you listen to niggas, you will catch self-esteem issues because they don't like you. They're not going to build your self-esteem up. Well, she made some pride in herself. It was self-generated pride where she said, dark girls are pretty too. Black girls are pretty too. Black women of all shades are pretty. Well, after that rapper, the bad bitch, the one that Rihanna had a baby by back in the day, he said that Black women should not wear red lipstick. Well, that touched Karen in her soul. So she said, fuck that shit. Black women can wear whatever lipstick they want to wear because we're pretty too. Problem is, she was talking to the wrong folks. You don't supposed to try to prove to Black men that you're worth something because they never going to see that. Let it go. So she made a lipstick brand, makeup brand called For Brown Girls. Okay. This is her and all her pretty pictures trying to boost the self-esteem of Black girls, Black women, that's her doing promo for her company. Okay. Well, for brown girls, it really kind of doesn't exist anymore because the depression got to her and she took herself off this planet. She took herself, she's no longer with us. She would be in her 30s now. She would be in her 30s now. But the validation that Black women need from the Black community that they keep asking for, that they're not going to get. If you put your mental health depending on that, you will lose. You will lose. That's why divesting is so fucking important. You cannot base your self-worth on shit that Black folk got going on, and that includes a lot of the women in the Black community, period. You just can't do it. I'm talking like this very, very slowly because this girl, she should be with us. And know when I see self-generated faux confidence because you're trying to prove to Black people that you're amazing, it's not going to help you whatsoever. No, nobody from that community is going to validate you. You are not liked in that community. I don't know how many times I have to say it. R.I.P. to her. Sad that it happened. Well, in response to that, the Manosphere, one of their grandfathers of the Manosphere, one of the ones that sports dark skin, right? Real ugly nigga. He's one of the forefathers of the Manosphere. I hope y'all know who I'm talking about. T.S. Well, he did a video about this girl, and he dragged the fuck out of her after her death. How many people, I'm looking in the comment section now, how many people remember when that son of a bitch dragged this poor girl after she took herself off the planet? Me look. Yes, Crispy. Yes, he dogged her. Called her ugly and everything. Called her fucking ugly and everything. Well, I'm into reciprocity, okay? I've always been into it. Hell, sometimes I say that's my middle name. You will not be getting any sympathy from me or folks like me because you lost someone. This girl was a baby. At 22, you know some things, but it's still some things you got to learn. And what nobody got around to telling her is that, babe, I love your lipstick company. Love it. Cute shit. Do it for you. Fuck the Black community. Do it for you because you think you look good in that. Fuck the Black community. Trying to prove yourself to Black people is a no-win situation. So, I don't give a fuck about this dancing ass, dumbass nigga who was selfish enough to leave his children. Huh? This man had 3 kids from what I understand. When people suffer loss during the holidays, it's even worse for them. Every Christmas from here on out is going to be different for them kids. And y'all sitting up here trying to make folk feel some type of way. He took his own do-rag off. Let him take it off. He don't want to wear it no more. Fuck him. How about that part? Aaliyah, what you got?
I have no condolences to send because I didn't even know who the hell he was, to be honest with you. I do not watch the Ellen DeGeneres show. I've heard nothing but negative things about her from former employees and people that, works for her apparently. She's an awful boss. And so I have no idea who he is because I don't watch the show. So, but I looked up a few things about him. Apparently, he's from Montgomery, and he was married to a whole damn Becky. So I don't see what Black women are sending all of this sympathy and these condolences and all this bullshit for, because he didn't have shit that's finna go back into the black community. So I really don't see what we have to do with this at all whatsoever. He wasn't even married to one of us. So end of discussion. That's really all I gotta say about him. So
That's what's up. Snapper, what's going on?
You, you got me laughing with this little clip. What is he popping his titties up there? Is that him? Not the titty pop. Oh, he was a dancing ass nigga. I didn't know who he was either, but he did what he needed to do. I mean, I guess, but like you said, I think that was pretty selfish to traumatize your kids like that. But that ain't none of my business. All I know is these mammy ass celebrities that I've been seeing crying and all snot nosed and hysterical about his ape ass. They've been getting on my nerves because it's like, ma'am, can you show some emotion for Black women that are going through things, because Black women are definitely struggling with their mental health, especially in the community, because they do tear down your self-esteem, your self-worth. It is beyond just, oh, how you look. It is not just superficial. That goes into your whole self-worth. When you have your grandmother, your auntie, your brother, your cousin, your mother, your father telling you you ain't shit, treating you like you ain't shit. And I feel for that girl that took her life, because that it, I wish she would have divested. I wish she knew life outside of the community. Because once you pull yourself away from that toxic ass fucking cesspool, oh my God, it's amazing. But
Once you don't give a fuck, it's such a beautiful feeling. When you don't give a fuck about the Black community, it's an amazing feeling. And nothing that they do, it's kind of like, all right, okay, whatever. What the fuck ever. But had somebody told her that back when she was around, they would have called the woman that was telling her that extreme, right? The fact that she's no longer here is extreme to me. The fact that Black women keep trying and trying and trying to get these niggas together, it is extreme to me. They always want to talk about the definition of insanity, but then turn around and do shit that's considered insanity. Go ahead, Kyra.
Good evening, DZ. Good evening, ladies.
Hey.
Hey.
So I guess he divested his soul from his body then? Well, they keep saying, other people keep trying to bring Black males into the divestment community. So that is the one way I think they can come. If they're willing to divest their souls from their bodies, yeah, you could be divested.
Listen, they always stay up on these goddamn social media sites talking about how they're the most wanted, they're the most desired, they're the most this, they're the most that, and then turn around and say they're the most oppressed. Everybody's trying to get on their goddamn ass and get on their back. The justice system hate them. What about slavery? What about Jim Crow? You confuse me. All I'm asking is that you stay far the fuck away. Period. I have no sympathy for him.
And see, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I knew you was gonna say something. Go ahead.
I was about to say, here's my issue with this too, because nothing is ever an issue until it affects Black men in this community. These people are full of so much shit. It's pathetic. Because back in September, Raven Jackson offed herself as well.
Ooh.
Nobody, I think maybe one person has spoken on that girl's death. And she was a pretty big influencer. Model, was with 600 Breezy, supposedly some other guy as well at the same time. I don't know. But either way, she just offed herself back in September. Nobody said a word about it. Like maybe one person. Other than that, straight crickets. And she had mental issues. People still don't understand how somebody like her, model, beautiful woman, seemed like she had it all together. Her death was really shocking when she just up and offed herself. Mm-hmm. And so I haven't heard one word, one peek out of people in this community about that girl's death. Not other than that one girl, nobody else, period. But they're going to fall all over themselves for this nigga. See, that's the shit that pisses me the fuck off. You don't give a fuck about Black women and girls, so miss me with that bullshit. It's not important until it affects one of these dusty ass motherfuckers.
You're not gonna put that shit in our lap. Black women, you can't keep letting them dump this bullshit on y'all. It's not your business for a myriad of reasons. Let's fuck who he dealt with. Let's just take him for a second. How is he your issue? Just because he's Black? Don't nobody give a fuck. I want to get back to these crime stats. I want to get back to this DV shit. I want to get back to this STI shit because that's what's affecting you every day. This nigga went on ahead and divested a long time ago. And I don't care what nigga it is. You can't dump that shit on Black women. Death does not trump the truth. It doesn't. When everybody that's here checks up out of here. The world is going to go on without you. That's why it's imperative for you to put yourself first. If you don't, nobody else will. And when you let them dump others' issues on you, it's a bad deal. Hey, Ebony.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fucking amazing.
Are you? Are you
Absolutely.
really?
Absolutely.
Well, let me tell you why I'm amazing, even though I'm coughing up my lungs still. That man that you see on that screen, I don't consider him a loss to any community because he wasn't a part of my community from the get. Because I divested. Okay. I left. I don't feel any kind of way about him. Sad for his kids, but he has nothing to do with me. Jeff Bezos is white. Does he worry about all the whole white community? Fuck no. Right? Right? You see what I'm saying? It's like I, I, I think the fact that he got so much play over so many platforms really had to do with the fact that he was juxtaposed to Ellen, one Becky, and was married to another one. Sorry, not sorry.
Listen, y'all, let's keep it all the way real. Y'all should have been more upset, black women, when Steve Jobs died. All of y'all flexing them iPhones all over the place. He at least gave you something you could use. What the fuck you gonna do with this chest popping ass nigga? You kind of was like, he died. Your next question was, are they gonna continue to make the iPhone? See, that's the cold-blooded shit. I'm on that cold-blooded shit a lot of black women had for Steve Jobs. That's what I got for this nigga. Okay, who's next? They not doing it fast enough because it's a felony, punishable by life in jail if you take one out. So if they take off their own do-rag, I think you should be grateful because that's your number one predator. Huh? That's your number one predator. What's going on here, y'all? I can't. Hey, Shane, how are you?
I'm good. How are you ladies doing? Yeah, what I want to say about this situation here too is that what did he really contribute? He was just another clown. That's all he was, just dancing and popping all over the place. He didn't create any jobs. He didn't build anything, as opposed to that young girl or young lady. She had the potential to actually give something back to the community. She should have. She should be divested, but she was still in Blackistan. She had the potential to bring like jobs. If her business would have taken off and grown bigger and bigger and bigger, she could have created jobs for other young Black women. So she had the potential to build something, as opposed to this clown who did nothing. And they're mourning him like he was some great leader of the community or so. No, he was just a dancing clown, and that's it.
That is it. That is all. Okay, I seen. I think her name is Tabitha Brown. I mean, the snot was flying all over the place. Didn't she play in a movie Chirac, if I'm not mistaken? This is the same woman that we talked about last year who retired her husband so that she can take care of him like a bad bitch. Up here snotting. I mean, eyes puffy and just acting a damn fool. Girl, stop it.
That's what I was talking about. I just seen this Bernstein Bear looking person snotting and just blubbering. And I was like, what? Is she serious?
I didn't see one black man blubbering over Karen. I didn't see not one. Okay. But what I did see was
black women neither.
That's true. That's true. I did see a whole bunch of black men clowning her. They said that her self-confidence was so fake and they knew it was fake. So they're not surprised. And then they said good riddance. So if you want to try to put this nigga in my lap, you better not do that because I'm going to be disrespectful. All I care about is black women that give a fuck about me. Okay. The sentence used to end with just black women. All I give a fuck about is black women. But it's some black women that they're dusty. They have the mindset of these dusties. So I had to add on to the sentence. Black women that give a fuck about black women's safety. That's the only people I give a fuck about. Past that, no. I really wish people would stop laying down and having these bastards. He had everything that niggas claim that they want, and it still wasn't enough. It's never going to be enough. They're miserable bastards. They are miserable bastards, and they want you to be miserable as well. This is why they keep throwing this shit in your lap. Soon as you start smiling, they think something's wrong. What the fuck is this black ass woman happy about? Ain't you got something to do? Ain't you got a march to go to? Where your man at? Where your baby at? Where your baby daddy at? Where your mama at? What you smiling for? It throws them off when you're smiling, okay? And a lot of people, they just, child.
Don't forget, you need to lose some weight. It's your hair. It's your nails. Oh, you need a pedicure. Oh, I don't like that outfit on you. Oh, and it goes on and on and on, and it never stops. And that I don't think a lot of people really understand that it will never stop.
Yeah, black women got to stop with these black men. And to you people out there that are getting your stomach turned by the fact that we drag black men this way and wish we'd stop talking about them, I'm here to tell you, you're going to be waiting as long as you are for black love that you wait for me to stop dragging the black community. Every time a casket and a body comes up out of the black community, the person in that casket like me. So therefore, I'm going to continue to talk about they motherfucking asses. Period. Okay? They always talk about black men. Yup.
My thing is, this is your channel. You reserve the right to talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about, just like they talk about whatever the fuck they want to talk about on their channels. If you don't like it, go back to your channel and make the type of content you want to make and shut the fuck up. Now, I don't know who a lot of these whores think they are to think that they can just tell other people what to do and how to run their fucking channel. And then as soon as you have an opinion about something they say, then it's a problem. Shut the fuck up and mind your business. Damn.
I don't know, Aaliyah. I think that black people still have this idea that there's only one fucking way to be black.
I don't know what the fuck they're thinking, and I really don't give a shit either. I just need them to stay the fuck up out of DZ's business in particular. I was about to say divested women, but I'm really starting to question a lot of these bitches on this side too.
Yep.
Well, you know, they got a hard on for DZ. So DZ does something, it's highly criticized, but you know, other people could do the same thing and it's okay. So, you know, DZ, fuck these bitches. You gotta keep doing your thing because they're gonna be mad regardless. Okay.
It looks like black male protection to me. How is that not black male protection? How is your divested ass sitting up there protecting black men? The fuck? It's almost impossible. You bitches are up under a spell. You really are.
We don't owe black men shit. We can say whatever the fuck we want to say about them the same way these hoes do. Because I find it very ironic that the same ones that stay complaining about all we do is talk about black men do the same fucking thing. And it's ridiculous. So unless you got something else to talk about, don't tell us what the fuck we talk about if you're doing the same thing. That's why it's ridiculous. You sound stupid.
I do have to say, I was a little tore up over Steve Jobs. Gotta say that.
I don't know why black women wasn't tore up about it.
I was tore up.
Flexing all his goddamn products all over the fucking. I got an Apple Watch. I got an Apple in my ass. I got Apple. Okay, well, Steve Jobs died, babe. Where's your tribute? Because you damn sure tribute and niggas left, right, and center. Huh? Where's your tribute, whore?
Well, the thing was also Steve Jobs he didn't have a real easy time and he didn't quit. I mean, and he really, really kept at it. Yeah, he was a bit of an asshole. You had to be an asshole in that game. But he did what he came here to do. And like I said, this grinning dude with the hat here, I'm trying to figure out what will last that he has put on this planet.
Child, they was on Twitter having a meltdown, posting pictures of him and his wife dancing. This was just 24 hours before he decided to. Okay, y'all, it's gonna be okay.
I mean, we take everything to the extreme. That's why I say there is not nothing this nigga had that's coming back to the black community. Why the fuck y'all so tore up about it? I don't understand. Because he did not even bother to marry a black woman and make sure. See, they not intending to leave a black woman shit. They not intending to put nothing else in this community. That's why black love is a fucking joke. And the only ones that sell you that bullshit is other pro-black women. And they look like damn fools. Because every time you turn around and you see a nigga that's well off and got a little bit of money, he ain't with one of you. And you sell that shit to other black women and try to shame them into being faithful to a community that don't give a fuck about them. These niggas don't give a fuck about black women. They only want you when they need free pussy, a place to stay, some of your money, a car to drive in, a place to sleep, a couch to sleep on, or something like that. It got to be something in it for them. That's the only time they look twice at a black woman. But you got bitches telling you all about black love. There is no such thing. They are not studying a black woman unless they feel like they can use her for something. That's it. That's all.
To add to what Aaliyah is saying, remember, in these black males' eyes, black women are either the come up woman or the fall down woman. So when he's poor and he needs to build, yeah, he'll get with the black woman. Or, after they lose all their money and they get sickly and all that stuff, then they need, a black woman to take care of them. But when they're, like when Aaliyah said, if they have two nickels to rub together, they're not going to be with a black woman, and y'all just need to accept it and stop trying to shame us for waking up. And the thing, DZ, is the issue is other people have a problem with your hashtag all stance. That's what it is, because there's no wiggle room over here. It is hashtag all. We don't care which continent your cicada is from. We do not care whether he's educated or a high school dropout. We don't care whether he's light skinned, dark skinned, has money, is broke, whatever.
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Or your son is hashtag all.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Even if Denzel Washington passed, he happens to be married to a black woman. When I tell you all, I mean all. I'm not gonna give a fuck about that shit either. Truly.
Denzel, it's not like he's done right by his black wife. He's just one of the many. Yeah, you can front like you got that black love relationship that we all should aspire to have, but behind the scenes, everybody know Denzel been cheating on that woman for years.
Facts.
But people rarely talk about that. That's why I say they kill me, just like they want to bring up LeBron James and his wife all the time. They know LeBron James has a heart on for white women behind the scenes. He always have. But see, that's why I say they want to play these fucking games with us like we don't see, hear, and know what the fuck is going on. We've been paying attention to what the fuck is going on, and these niggas are not checking for black women like that. But they want you to stick around just in the hopes of finding that one, because they're not all like that, or it's some good ones out there, not all. And it's like, shut the fuck up. We've been watching these niggas do this shit for years. I don't know how long y'all black women got to sit around and watch these niggas keep making a fool out of y'all like this. It's ridiculous, and it's really embarrassing. Quite frankly, move the fuck on. How many times do a nigga have to tell you he don't want you? Better yet, how many times do he have to show you you are not his preference? It's crazy as fuck. And anytime they start out broke and you help build a nigga up, soon as he gets some money in his pocket, he trades your ass in for a newer model. And she usually a chick that don't look nothing like you. And by the time them pockets dry, because trust and believe that bitch gonna tear them pockets up. See, you was with him when he ain't had shit, but the new bitch gonna bleed them pockets dry. And by the time she send him back, he ain't gonna have shit. And then he'll be back to find another black woman to take advantage of, because them niggas don't nobody want a broke man besides a black woman. And that's the reputation that we have shown these people that we have as black women. And you should be embarrassed even if you're not. That's why these niggas don't give you shit and don't feel like they got to do shit for you. And to be honest with you, a lot of you have told them they don't have to. That's the fucked up part about it.
I wanted to add too, for you, Grapes, please continue to choose other women. We are very happy with you not choosing us. Please leave black women alone. Don't approach us when we out, running our errands, looking beautiful and vibrant. Go on over there to Becky and them. Don't approach us while we at Starbucks. Don't come over to us while we at Target. Leave us alone. Please continue. Thank you. I'm glad.
I agree.
Don't choose.
I agree. But I'm tired of the black love bullshit and the narrative they keep pushing off on black women and try to make us sound like the angry, bitter, jealous, and crazy ones. Nobody's angry, bitter, jealous, or crazy. We're just pointing out the obvious. This shit is getting ridiculous and it's getting worse and worse. And I don't know what the fuck is going on. Why in the hell are black women acting so damn stupid at this point? It's like, grow the fuck up. It's other men in the world. You don't have to put up with this bullshit.
And I wanted to add to Snapple's point, in addition to ignoring us and bypassing us, understand this, secondhand mammying is over too. We're not going to do little Nevaeh's hair. We're not going to...
Facts.
We are not going to be your corporate mammy where, you come cry to us about what your so-called racist boss does. No, we're done with the secondhand mammying too. And no, again, we're not doing little Nevaeh's hair. We're not going to make you a plate of, soul food because you've just been missing it. No, it's over. Go over there, eat whatever the hell Becky, Mei-Ling, Priya, and them fix you, and shut up and leave us alone.
Also, I want to say we are not your damn counselors anymore. When that Dusty decides he's going to go, you got the same Dusty that everybody else got. And when you figure that out, don't come to us. Don't look our way.
I know you better not come to me, because see, you're gonna end up calling the cops on me. This is a stand your ground state, castle doctrine state. Also, here in Georgia, you no longer need that permit anymore. Our wonderful governor made it to the point where you show your ID, right? You don't have any felonies, and you're just as good as armed. So please don't. I'm begging you not to. I don't want to have to, but if any one of you approach me, I'm afraid. I'm telling you right now, I'm afraid. So just don't do it.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm just wondering, when are black women going to be fed up with this shit? When is enough ever going to be enough? When are they gonna be like, look, I'm tired of this shit? They say they're tired, but then they keep putting up with the same bullshit over, and you wonder why nobody listens to you. Why should they? These niggas know y'all are not going any fucking well. You're not gonna do anything but what you've been doing, which is being whatever they need you to be, like idiots. And like I said, soon as they're doing better, they tell you to kiss their whole entire ass and go and find somebody that don't look shit like you. You should be embarrassed. It's embarrassing.
Aaliyah, my thing is...
Oh, sorry, Ebony, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I just don't want everybody to think I'm Aunt Jemima and Butterfly McQueen. Okay? I'm not the maid. I'm not the cleanup woman. I'm nothing like that. Okay? So, I'm just as good and sometimes better than you. Leave me alone. I mean, and I don't understand. Oh, Jesus, I will never understand why these beautiful Black girls walk around here one bullet away from gone because of what the Black community says about them. That's the community that they come from. And that community, all it wants to do is basically stomp them down into the ground. I'm going to tell you, when you are down, a Black man will stomp on you. When a Black man is down, he will still stomp on you. Okay? He's just going to keep stomping on your head, because he is always above you no matter what you do. Okay? Your worth will never equal his in the Black community's eyes. Give that shit up. Move.
Exactly. That's why I said the question is, I mean, they never ask themselves, what the fuck do I owe the Black community? What the fuck have they done for me lately? What the fuck have the men built y'all that have put you in a better position to where you don't have to go and get every damn thing you need from that white man that y'all hate so much? What the fuck have they done for you or provided for you? And see, a lot of people try to make our content be all about Black men. No, it's all about Black women and helping to wake a lot of them up. And I've said it before and I say it again. These bitches who don't want to know the truth or keep their head stuck in the sand, we're not here for you. Move the fuck around. We're here for the younger girls who see this bullshit for what it is and they want out. They know that they are not alone. It's a whole group of women over here that know exactly how you feel to be unappreciated by a lot of these ungrateful, selfish ass motherfuckers who want to use you for everything you got, especially if you're doing better than a lot of them. That's what a lot of this shit is about. It's not about black men, but you can think whatever the fuck you want to think.
Okay,
CK, oh, go ahead, Snapple.
sorry, it's really hard to be serious with the titty popping.
I just don't give a fuck about his punk ass. Bye. I love a self-cleaning oven. I love a self-cleaning oven.
Oh
Get the
my
fuck
God.
on.
But I was gonna say real quick, my boo Courtney, you know, Courtney Slasher Courtney, free my nigga Courtney, she didn't do nothing. When that happened, I was really impressed with the overall response from Black women. I will say on social media, I saw that ain't got nothing to do with us, what y'all having for dinner tonight. I didn't hear any, so I had a little hope, but then this situation happened and everybody kind of reverted back to mammyism. So I just want to bring that up. You know, I did see a little shift when that happened.
CK, are you dusty?
Never.
Well, that's
How are you,
amazing.
ladies?
Amazing. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I just wanted to say that what the dancing dude, I don't know what his name is, but I thought he had everything. He had the money, the non-black wife. It should have been perfect, right?
Well, black
So
men are
why-
miserable beasts. No matter what. That's why I get pissed when I see black women try to impress these motherfuckers. You can just take this motherfucker right here on your screen, and you should know right here, right now, there is nothing you can do to make them better. And why the fuck do you want to make them better? And yeah, I'm throwing shade. Some of y'all content creators need to knock this shit off. Y'all just want them to do better, and you are no different than your subbies that's sitting there waiting on some black men to do better, just, you know, cackling with the hens real quick, but looking to the left because they thought they saw a unicorn over that motherfucker. There is no unicorn, bitch. They are fucked up. And that goes for you content creators too. They're not going to get any better. You need to tell black women, especially if you know, especially if you part of Gen X and above, baby, and older millennials as well. You know that they're not going to change. You watched it all through your childhood. You watch your grandma get stomped the fuck over. Y'all, I watched my great grandparents have a fucking shootout with each other. Come on now.
Exactly. That's why I say that shit is selfish and wicked, and it pisses me the fuck off because they're still sitting up doing that shit, but while using divested talking points at the same time. That's why the shit makes absolutely no fucking sense. Either you're pro-black or you're not. Either you're divested or you're not. Stop playing these fucking games.
Well, I just wanted to say that with what Aaliyah was speaking about, it's conditioning. The same way that they beat black women down, like nobody wants you, nobody loves you. It's just, it makes us perfect mules, and it also makes us perfect victims.
Let me ask you something about that, CK. Seriously, let me ask you something about that. So, the internet and social media has been around for over a decade now, right? So, at least the people that were teens, young adults, they should know that they're programmed at this point, okay? At some point, we have to snatch away that they were programmed shit. Because our grandparents, they were programmed, and they should have known goddamn better too. Because as soon as you got your ass off that goddamn slave ship and that nigga started picking cotton, and instead of trying to get your ass out of there, they should have known. That should have been your social media, old bitch. This motherfucker done bent over and started picking cotton and looking at you like, you better put your head down and pick that cotton. Hey, you should, what? You should have divested from his funky ass right then. But at some point, we have to, you know, programmed, really, especially women that have been around. Like, I put it to you like this. If you don't know a world that doesn't have internet at that point, darling, you ain't programmed. You choosing to be with the fuck shit.
Oh no,
Thank you.
I think that because of like the work that you ladies do, right, and the information that's out there, I think that's why these things are going so crazy now, and that's why they're more dangerous. Because I more black women, especially the young ones, are getting away.
Good.
And what are you going to do without your punching bag? Because the stuff that you're showing, it is getting worse. It's getting worse, and it's like if you're in denial at this point, you're choosing death. There's no question about it.
I've decided to let the Dusties and the Mammies do some shadow boxing because the punching bags, yes, they're leaving, and I hope they stay gone. And another thing, I was conditioned very well.
Mhm.
Thank
Okay.
you, Ebony. I
I
was just
saw
about to
that
say that.
bullshit day in, day out. I got no break from it until I left. Okay. And they basically told me, you ain't nothing. You ain't shit. You're never gonna be anything. Blah, 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 blah. And I just kept nodding my head and did whatever the fuck I wanted to do.
Hmm.
And now those
Mhm.
motherfuckers wish they could be me.
I
Okay.
mean,
So uh-uh.
go ahead, Ebony.
Mm-mm. So let them shadow box, ladies. Take the punching bag down. Get out. Let them shadow box. Let them box each other. Let the Dusties have the mammies beating them upside the head. Whatever. You move on. You've
And
got
don't
better
help them.
things to do.
So this is how many times? Okay, this is another baby. Okay, she got a illiterate ass daddy that's a boxer named Floyd Mayweather. When I tell you, it doesn't matter the financial status, how much money they have, or whatever. Mammying will get you fucked up every time. Now, she's just entering adulthood, really. And she got a criminal record already because of a Dusty, because she chose to get into a scrapping battle, then a stabbing match with NBA Youngboy's other woman. When do you think you above it? I could not be a multi-millionaire and be fighting over no nigga. Hell, I couldn't be the maid in somebody's house and be fighting over no nigga. Where y'all getting this shit from? Huh? 6 years probation for stabbing up the other mammy. Because make no mistake about it, the other bitch was a mammy too. Y'all are operating on this like scarcity mindset with like the last woman standing gets the black man. How is this even possible? And again, with Ebony saying, the pretty ones they're the worst. This girl is gorgeous, and she doesn't know it. Because if she did know it, even with all the money her father has and all this shit here, she's still getting involved in hood rat bullshit that somebody that's on entitlement programs getting involved. It's no different from the bottom of the goddamn barrel all the way to the top. It's the same shit. Broke, rich, whatever. You're gonna have to fight over your Dusty. I told you Dusties have a 2 pussy minimum, especially y'all so-called unicorns, and you're pretending like you don't know. I'm concerned about her criminal record. Okay, because there's certain things you can't do when you got a fucked up criminal record, especially stuff with violence on it. With a weapon, too, you're not going to be invited to certain circles, ma'am. Okay, and I hate that for her because as she gets older, she's going to regret that shit. Hopefully, she doesn't stay, in the mammy mindset, but with a father like hers, it ain't looking too bright. Okay.
Yeah, mammies, they get real creative too with how they want to hurt other Black women. It could be physical, and then it could also be really insidious, like pretending to be someone's friend and getting information and then leaking it a few years later on a public platform. It's just awful. Like we just witnessing some crazy ass mega mammy behavior. And I'm like really disgusted by what's going on in this BWE space in particular. There are some mammies amongst us, and everybody better be careful. That's all I gotta say. Because they won't just stab your ass. They'll get real creative and fuck your ass up too. Stay away from
Whoever,
mammies.
I agree, Snapple. Whoever Bullet was in the back, I was going to let you up, but you dropped back down, so I didn't want you to think I kicked you, because yeah, people make up stuff all the time. She kicked me from back there. No, boo, you dropped. Whoever you are, you're more than welcome to come back. But I'm sorry, my criminal record is pristine. I like it that way. I plan on going to my grave with a clean
Yep.
criminal record. Listen, because taking one of you motherfuckers out, it will be deemed self-defense, right? Because Ring got multiple cameras, and if I ever have to take a do-rag off, it's gonna be justified because I don't mingle with y'all on some let's just sit down and have some drink shit. Whenever 2 or more of y'all enter establishment, check please. It's time to go because one of y'all, it's an issue. 2 of y'all, it's a problem. 3 of y'all, it's a fucking game. I got to go. Okay.
And
Anyway,
see,
ladies, go
that's
ahead.
how you know ghetto and wretchedness has no address, because this is a privileged young woman. Her father is a multimillionaire, and she grew up, I'm sure, in some of the most elite circles, and she's still on this ghetto ratchet hood rat ass shit around stabbing folks over this nigga. And I heard he got a ridiculous amount of kids already. And it's like, see, this is that bullshit that I'm talking about. Somebody who is so far beneath her. I don't understand why we are determined to go dumpster diving for these fuck niggas. I just don't understand this bullshit. And the same ones who stay up under a fuck nigga or be around here jumping around talking about they fuck nigga free. No, you ain't. The majority of black women ain't fuck nigga free. They pretend like they don't know it. No, y'all still fucking with a whole lot of fuck niggas. Y'all ain't fuck nigga free, but that's their new anthem, no. Y'all, that's why I said just a whole bunch of bullshit. And it's getting ridiculous. It's getting tiresome. And as far as indoctrination, trust me, I know all about indoctrination. I'm from the deep rural South. We are indoctrinated from birth. If it's not with religion, it's with black male worship. It's with everything down here. Everything in the South, they take it to the extreme, especially when you grew up in the Bible Belt. That's all you hear. And guess where Christianity and that Bible comes from?
Oh.
Guess how they teach you to serve men hand and foot. They tell you what a woman's role is supposed to be and how she's supposed to be so submissive. I understand all about this indoctrination bullshit. I have several pastors in my immediate family. Trust me, I've been hearing this bullshit my whole entire life. That's why when Ebony was saying that, I could relate to that, because I've been hearing this bullshit about what a woman's place is supposed to be. And it's bullshit. They use religion to control people. They've always done it. Black women especially, because 90% of black women married to Jesus. I swear to God, I ain't never seen a bunch of more religious women in my entire life. They stay prayed up. They stay in the church. They can't even hold a regular conversation and say one sentence about, thank you, Lord God, Lord Jesus. You know, I'm like, oh my God, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, especially when they from the deep South.
Aaliyah,
You want to talk about indoctrination?
Aaliyah, let's be honest. A lot of these black women are holy whores, because they'll stay talking about Jesus and quoting
Thank you.
but they'll be sucking dick right after.
Thank you.
And they'll be sleeping with the married pastor. Yeah, so they're holy whores. But because I had an aunt like that who was a holy whore. She was sleeping with a married man, but she would lose her shit if we didn't bless the food before eating it.
I knew a whole lot.
You're supposed to fix the man plate first. You got to fix.
I knew a whole lot of Star Crunch holy women. Okay, so and I had to live amongst them, putting me down all the time. And so I you know what, Kyra, thank you very much. The holy whores, whatever you want to call it. But there's plenty of them. And those mammies couldn't tell me shit, because I knew what they were.
Exactly. Oh yeah, fucking the deacon, fucking the pastor. It don't matter.
Have a litter of kids with a bunch of different daddies. Yep. Oh, and whoever said they were going to take holy whores, look, you better steal it quick, because we know how Synthetic G likes to steal what I say and make a.
No, I have to. I got to trademark it tonight, because that's beautiful.
Holy whores is ours. Don't nobody better take holy whores. Okay? For Miss Camp. That's the main thing.
I mean, my goodness. I mean, I've already been riffed off word by word and, made a whole life.
I'll give you a cut.
Yeah. You better
yes, because Kyra said, you heard it here first. Kyra was the first one to say that black women were the black male's welfare system. Okay, let's correct that for the record. Let the record reflect. Give Kyra her flowers. Throw some flowers in the chat for Kyra.
Okay, instead we get this stupid chest thumping shit. Why?
Bullet, are you dusty?
No, ma'am.
That's an interesting name.
I got it from Clubhouse days. I was calling Knickknack bullet bags, and then everybody started calling me bullet bags, so I kind of stuck with it. It's a funny story behind it. But y'all was talking about so many points that I want to probably finna go back to something old. But when Aaliyah brought up Denzel, I always find funny when black women break up Denzel in regards to black love, because every time I see him on the movie, he be deep in white pussy every single fucking time. And I'm like, you're not gonna tell me that he not doing that on purpose. Not that I care, but don't throw that black love shit in my face when he all into some white pussy. Like, it is what it is.
Listen, Bullet, y'all listen. Check it out. And those of you in the clouds, they like white pussy. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. And my question is, why do you care? I'm not talking about you, Bullet. I'm not talking about nobody on this panel. What I'm saying is, who these niggas fuck should be of no consequence to you. You should see it as a black woman's life being saved. You should see it as a black woman, one less black woman that's going to be a single mother, right? One less black woman that's going to have to fill out a police report because her fucking eyeball on the left is seeing double. Seriously. I don't know why women still give a fuck about who niggas fucking. Why?
I agree because even if they're married to a black woman and they so-called are doing so right by her, I still don't give a fuck. It's still hashtag all that. Keep that fucking thing away from me, period. I don't give a damn who it's with.
Every single one is a bullet dodge.
Oh, ladies, ladies, thank you all for the flowers. And I want to say, if you see a black man pushing black love, it's very suspicious. Shout out to Andrew Gillum, for example. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Oops.
I don't know if you were the one who brought up the corporate mammies, but let's talk about them for a second, because they will sit there all day and they'll get that check signed by that white dude, and then they'll start bashing that same white dude, and then they expect you to join in on the bashing. Like, nah, I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna collect in this bag and keep thanking him for not firing me, sis. I'm good.
Hold on a second, y'all. Leave Nicaragua. Are you Dusty? Are you Dusty, ma'am, sir? Okay, I don't think she knows she up here. All right. Now, this is what I was going to say, y'all. So, y'all know how we always talk about you not supposed to be in relationships with these niggas, divest from your family and all that shit there. Y'all know the drill. So, when we said it's getting worse, that's exactly what we meant. How many times have we been up here and talked about a black woman that was pregnant that got fucked the fuck up by her Dusty because he didn't want her to be pregnant by him, and they don't like children and all that shit there? Well, the game is getting stepped up just a little bit because now you have to divest from your brother. Didn't we say this shit years ago? You have to divest from your funky ass dusty brother. If you, as a woman, are sitting there, oh, I love my brother, and he's knocking the shit out of 4-5 different women and got babies all over the place, you are co-signing some bullshit that you should not be signing. That's why the community is dangerous, as is all these bastards walking around here, and your brother contributed to it. How about your daddy and the rest of them? I want y'all to take a look at your screen, because this right here is another goddamn tragedy, but this time it's in-house, because I got questions.
Developing now, authorities have made an arrest in the death of a pregnant woman who was murdered and set on fire in Northwest Fresno. Her own
8 months pregnant, left her baby shower, and her brother set her ass on fire. Bitches, those of you that was saying, oh, she's evil because she said leave your family alone, what the fuck do you got to say out your dick liquor now? It's not just the baby daddy anymore. The brother got jealous and he's gonna set your ass on fire. Ladies, the black community does not like you. Now, you can pull all them tricks out the bag that you want, that mental health and all this extra shit. Do you understand that right after her baby shower, she got set on fire by her brother? Now, check it out. She lives with her brother and mother. It's the mother's house. Now, my question is, how the fuck are you 8 months pregnant, but you're having to stay with your mama and brother? That means that whoever cranked you up with that little bastard didn't have anywhere to put you. You see how this is a problem? Do you see how repeated dust is a problem? But you stay. You keep staying. It's going to get better. It's not all. It's all this shit here, and you getting found in an alley body ablaze. Can you imagine walking in an alley and seeing a pregnant woman motionless on fire? Well, that's what the people that found her saw. And her bastard brother her dusty brother put her there. Let's keep going.
Own brother now in custody, accused in the crime. Thanks for joining us for Action News Live at 5. I'm Vanessa Vasconcelos.
And I'm Warren Armstrong. Action News reporter Brittany Jacob is live downtown at the Fresno County Jail tonight with the new and disturbing information on this investigation. Brittany?
Well, good evening, guys. The family members have just confirmed that Nakaya was 8 months pregnant with baby Noah. And now this comes right after the family just threw her a baby shower over the weekend. Now, 2 lives have been cut short. And we want to warn you that this the details in this investigation can be very disturbing.
That possible 1144 in a field. They at Cornelia, 4488 North Cornelia, they have the victim apparently set on fire at this time.
Around 12:30 on Tuesday afternoon, Fresno police and fire responded to this dirt access road for a report of a dead woman set on fire. Authorities have now confirmed the victim is 26-year-old Nakaya Logan.
Don't she look like us, y'all? Doesn't she look like the girl we talked about with the lipstick company? Doesn't she look like everybody that's been up here before? That's your face right there. And you quit talking about these niggas. Fuck you. That woman looks like you, looks like Aaliyah, looks like me, looks like the women that I'm talking about. Every time a disgusting goddamn crime comes out the hood, here they go, and they look just like me. So guess what? I'm not going to be able to stop talking about it, and I'm going to quit telling your motherfucking ass that, because as long as this bullshit is going on, that's what's happening. This gorgeous ass woman is not with us, and it's in a horrible way. I'm hoping that she was already deceased before he set her on fire, y'all. That's how bad they are when it comes to black. I'm hoping that she didn't suffer and get burned alive. That's a damn shame when you have to hope somebody was already deceased before more action happened to him. This is y'all's people.
Who was pregnant at the time of her murder. The suspect, her own brother, 41-year-old Aaron Dudley. Police Chief Paco Balderrama says it's part of an unsettling trend.
Did you hear that? It's part of an unsettling trend. Hey, I don't put it eloquently. I don't. But it doesn't mean it's not happening. You're going to hear fuck, shit, bitch, shit, log, all kind of shit coming out my mouth. But what I'm telling you is the truth. She said it's part of an unsettling trend, which means that this shit is happening a lot. That's what a trend is. Let's go.
As a police chief, I find this horrific. And the fact that we've had, 5 babies murdered in this fashion the last year.
I'm going to stop it right there because we got to talk. We got to talk. He said he saw 5 babies murdered in this fashion this year alone. What is wrong with you bitches sitting on these channels talking about it's time to stop talking about black men like that? All they do is talk about black men. They must want a black man. You know how stupid you sound saying somebody want this? Don't nobody want this. Are you out of your fucking mind? Y'all, that baby was viable. For those that doesn't know what that means, they could have delivered that baby and that baby could have survived. That's how far along she was. That was that nigga's nephew. The baby had a name already. His name was Noah. So this is a double murder. Y'all got to stop this bullshit about putting it soft. I don't walk on eggshells when it comes to this type of shit. This is disgusting, y'all. Anybody got anything on this shit so far?
Yeah, I wanted to say, first of all, we're not about to do this bullshit mental health nonsense. No. Let's look at this. They were at a baby shower. What happens at the baby shower? The woman is showered with gifts and love and attention. If that fucker was at the baby shower, I bet you he was jealous. I bet you he was enraged just seeing his sister, seeing a black woman being loved and doted on. Okay. And I believe it was just nastiness, jealousy, evilness that he, clearly. But this is very important to point out because this is how they are. This is why it's necessary to highlight these stories and to let women know, because a lot of the time you will have women thinking that they have unicorns in their families, or they think they can do some diet divesting and still kind of keep some of them around. No, absolutely not. they fucking hate your guts. Like to quote DZ, they hate your fucking guts. And when they see you getting accolades, getting attention, being loved on, that is when they get the most dangerous and violent and enraged. And I believe that that's what happened. And rest in peace to her. That's so fucked up. That is just so fucked up. I hope he rots in hell. I mean, I hope, matter of fact, that fucking family better not be mammying for his bitch ass. Okay? They better have disowned that motherfucker. But you know, they probably didn't.
I have a question. I thought that black males have been on record saying that they will only protect their mothers, their sisters, and their family. But this is kind of a fly in the ointment, isn't it? Is Aaliyah? I know you've heard that. I know you've
I
seen
mean,
that.
yeah, that's why I started laughing because that shit is funny to me because see, a lot of these black women aren't doing any better with their brothers than they are with the men that they are linked to romantically. Because a lot of their brothers are leeches too. And I know that because my friend brother has her brother living with her right now, and he's leeching off of her. And she actually called me about a couple weeks ago to have this very conversation that we're having now. Like I said before, a lot of women from my past who talk shit about me, who thought I was absolutely crazy, thought I was insane, just like a lot of the bitches on here who don't even know you. Well, just imagine the people who do know you and you talk to them about some things and they find out how you feel and they call you crazy to your face. You know how many women have had to call me and apologize for the shit that they said because they went through the same shit that I was trying to warn them about and spare them a lot of heartache and pain. But they had to learn these lessons the hard way. And she called me because her brother is leeching off of her. And I told her, I said, you called me to ask me you already know the answer. You want me to be the one to tell you, you know you got to meet what you need to do. Go in there and put his ass the fuck out. But she is afraid of that nigga in her own house where she's paying all the bills.
What?
They can't even say anything to these niggas now because they're afraid of them if you want to know the truth. That's what it is.
They are. And I just wanted to like go back to what someone said like a few seconds ago about like the mental health situation. That is like a really old shoehorn, but it's like picking up again, particularly amongst like Gen Zers. You see that a lot, like, oh, mental health, and then like they started the hashtag Black Boy Joy to like
I'm so
hijack the
tired of that shit.
Mhm.
Everybody is anxious. Everybody has anxiety. Everybody has ADD and all this shit here. So let's just keep it real. Since everybody's anxious, by default, nobody's anxious because all of you the same now. All these excuses in order to make them seem human is on my nerves. Everybody's having, listen, I have respect for folk that are dealing with mental health crises and getting the therapy that they need. There is, however, no excuse to be setting pregnant women on fire. Okay? I don't give a fuck if you don't like the bitch. Do you know how savage and disgusting you have to be to go? Look, I'm gonna prove to y'all he does it ain't a mental health thing with this nigga. Whenever somebody takes the time to try to cover up a crime that they did, that means that they knew it was wrong at the time. Therefore, they're not legally insane. Did y'all know that? If you have somebody that tried to wipe the floor, get rid of fingerprints, that type of stuff, the insanity plea goes out the window because you know what you just did was wrong as fuck. I hope y'all know that shit. So when these mammies come on here talking about, okay, y'all don't know the whole story. All I need to know is he set a pregnant woman on fire. Anything else? Mammy ass whore? Anything else?
Yes. Also, like earlier this year, someone was on the panel and they mentioned how they were building like a mental health facility or something where she lived, and like they had to delay it by like 6 months or something at the time she was updating us because they kept like breaking in and stealing all the equipment. But at the same time, people in the community in that hood, they kept saying, oh, the mental health, the mental health. That's why they're doing the crimes. No one ever helped them.
Can I ask a question about
Okay,
that?
I'm sorry. Just get off the mental health thing. It's okay. It's okay to say whatever black men do, it's because of a mental health problem. But anybody else, people shooting up stores and stuff, that's you see what I'm saying? It just doesn't wash with me. And I've seen a lot of these guys, and let me tell you about their mental health. They feel entitled. That's their mental health problem right there. Okay? They've been entitled from the day they dropped out of somebody's butt. Okay? And the entire community basically grooms them to believe that they are entitled to shit. Okay, they are entitled to your body. They are entitled to every goddamn thing you have because you are a lowly Black woman. Get this in your heads. It's not mental illness. It's the grooming that everybody's talking about. These guys feel entitled. They are behind bars, mad because they're there. Okay, the white man put them there. So you need to put money on their books. You need to do this. You need to do that for them. Send them care packages. How dare you not do this, Black woman? That is their thought process.
And they're complaining about the conditions of the prison. So you got Black women out here on the streets fighting for prison reform. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Did they think they were going to a fucking resort? Is that what you thought?
They are coddled in prison. They are coddled because they have gotten these departments of corrections afraid of them now. Oh, yes.
Yeah, prison is like a vacation. Prison, 3 hots in a cot, okay? They getting video calls. Some of them be on
all
social
the
media.
healthcare that they need.
Yeah,
all the healthcare they need.
You know,
because everything's racist, apparently.
They're menaces to society, aka mental illness. Mental illness equals menaces to society. That's their new crutch. That's their new label. But no, they're just evil and they're just destructive. And there is no excuse. There is no excuse for this behavior and this violence that they are domestic. Can I say that up here? I ain't gonna say it. I know what I was going to say.
Shane, was you getting ready to say something?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot I was off mute. What I want to say is this, that this is going to sound horrible, but I am waiting. I just know some piece of trash from the manosphere is going to take this thing with all of these cicadas, to taking out these pregnant women and comparing it to, Black women getting terminations. I know they're going to do it. They're going to say, well, Black women, I don't know if we can say the word on here or not. Black women are terminating babies anyway. So what's the big deal? I'm waiting for one of those pieces of shit to say some shit like that. I know they're going to.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna say that. One is a medical procedure and the other one is murder. You pussy ass nigga. Go ahead. Yeah, I mean, say it so that you can get dragged. So you can get dragged across the floor.
Yeah, and one is a medical procedure that's taking care of the unborn situation, and the other one is murder of the mother and the baby. Like, it's no comparison.
My question is, what difference does it make when them motherfuckers don't want the kids anyway? You don't want to be fathers. You complain about child support all the goddamn time, every 5 minutes practically, even though some of you ain't paying shit. You ain't never paid shit. And it wasn't like you were ordered to pay that much to begin with, but you're on here bullshitting like you actually paying for these kids, knowing that you're not. The average Black man don't pay no goddamn child support, and they know they don't. So my thing is, why do you want them here so you can abandon them and not be bothered with them like you been doing? See, that's why I say just miss me with the bullshit at this point.
Well, my question about this, I have 2 questions. One, so it's wrong for a Black woman to do a preterm termination, but these Black males have no problems doing post-term terminations. What do you think throwing a baby in the rivers is? A post-term termination. So she just took care of it before it was born, before it was viable. They're the ones taking whole human being babies and little children and unaliving them. So one is being done more humanely than the other. And another thing is they call it termination. I kind of see it as crime reduction. I mean, really.
Oops.
Actually, it's true. I mean, Kyra's not lying at all. She's not lying at all. And the whole idea about them being upset about the terminations is to control you. It has not, they're all like, fuck those kids. They're all like that. It's about controlling your ass. Because if he has a baby by her and her and her and her, he has money to lean back on. He has a place to crash. He has some PU whatever when he needs it. You know what I'm saying?
And don't
It-
forget, Ebony, he's also banking on when those kids get older and he gets older for him to be able to slide back in their lives so they can take care of him in his old age too. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, that too. That is there. Instead, a lot of people go put money in the bank. They get assets. They get tangible assets that appreciate in value. The only thing that they have that could ever appreciate in value is their children, and it usually doesn't happen because those kids are screwed up because they don't have a father around to help them, protect them, and provide for them. So
Speaking
they
of
don't even know how to invest in their own damn kids.
speaking of black children, y'all. I was in Discord. I can't remember who was in there with me, but this was months ago. And we was talking about black children. And it was pissing me off so bad. I said, those ain't children, those are niggering. Baby, that shit had me screaming because they are terrorists. Come on now. They don't act like they're niggering. Okay.
Girl, they be having
Those
the
ain't
silver
kids.
caps, on their teeth, biting people and shit. Child, listen.
Y'all a mess.
They always either got asthma, eczema, all types of disabilities and shit. And then when you say, hey, keep them to the house, y'all, you on lockdown, go ahead and teach them from home. Oh no, when you open it up to school, they are so two-sided. It's ridiculous. Anybody that listens to the black community, you ought to be ashamed of your damn self. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
And can I say real quick too, like I have noticed lately in discussion about these kids and this community, I'm not feeling how so much blame is being put on the mother, though she is a mammy. Put that motherfucking blame on them ain't shit ass daddies, okay? Just to redirect everybody. Like them kids running around with them damn silver caps and biting people with runny noses and shit, terrorizing the daycare. Yeah, Mammy, Bonnet Chronicles is to be looked at, but don't forget about that damn daddy. Don't forget to put some blame on that daddy.
What's a silver cap?
That's that shit in their teeth. You know they sleep with fruit punch bottles at night, so it rots their fucking teeth out. So the dentist put those silver caps on there so they can be able to eat. Okay, you ain't never seen the niggering with silver caps in their mouth, child?
No.
All that shit is an early grill for them, because that's what it reminds me of every time I see it. That's all that shit is. That's the prerequisite to the grill. They gold mouth already. Shit.
I'm sorry, y'all.
You know that's what that shit look like. That's why you laughing. That's the prerequisite to the grill shit. I'm telling you. They gold mouth like a motherfucker. Shit.
Oh my God, they get on my nerves so bad, y'all. If y'all don't take y'all shit and run, I know something. Shit, better yet, they know something. Oh my gosh, she done threw me all the way off now. I'm trying to think of what the fuck I was fixing to say. I can't stand you. Let's listen to Zaddy, because you done took me all the way off course. Go ahead, Zaddy.
That's why you laugh, because you know that's exactly what that shit look like every time. It's like y'all know what Lil Wayne teeth look like and all the rest of them gold mouth ass rappers. And it really got fucked up. And they started putting all them diamonds and shit all in their teeth. They really started looking a mess. And that's exactly what that shit remind you of. They just to put it in the damn children mouth.
I can't. Go and cut Aaliyah off, Zaddy. What's going on in your city?
is something that keeps me up at night.
Detectives believe Logan and her unborn child, baby Noah, had been stabbed numerous times. They say that stabbing happened just a few blocks away from the home Logan shared with her mother and brother. This is not the first time authorities were at that home. About a year and a half ago, they took Dudley on a 72-hour hold after being deemed a threat to himself and others.
He's a threat to himself and others because the fact that he's a naker, it has nothing to do with the fact that he's mentally ill. He didn't harm himself. Huh? Sometimes mentally ill people, they harm themselves. He didn't harm himself. He went on ahead and put a plan forth, stabbed her up. Okay. My mind goes to all these different places. You stabbing an 8-month pregnant woman. It is quite possible that he stabbed that baby, y'all. Do you hear what I'm telling you? This shit is nuts. I couldn't imagine, as angry as I can get sometime, I couldn't imagine doing something like this. But this is what's sitting in the back of their head all the goddamn time. How many times have y'all seen? It's most of the time it's the daddy of the child, okay? But now, since it's getting worse, it's turning into the brothers, their own fathers. If y'all ever seen For My Man, darling, these niggas are getting worse. And to be honest with you, the mammies are getting worse because they follow suit. Whatever black men do, mammies follow along. Okay? You didn't see a whole bunch of bullshit pussy popping and carrying the fuck on before black men said it was okay via 2 Live Crew and all that extra shit. Whatever black men do, mammies will follow it. They gonna follow suit. And that's what makes them just as dangerous as the niggas that they love so much. So when I see you taking up for a nigga, it in a shady way on top of that, you always talking about them. Bitch, how do you describe divestment, and why should somebody divest if you don't at least mention a nigga? Show me the way. Okay, because they are 89% of the fucking reason that you got to get out that community. The rest of it has to do with they ain't going nowhere, right? And then the mammies are dangerous. But the lion's share of the reason why you should get away from the black community, you have to mention black men, because you have to mention safety and who's putting you in danger. Them niggas.
Exactly. Like, what are they divesting from? If you're not going to tell them or give them a good reason why they should, then what the fuck are you talking about? You're not naming the problem either. That's why it's crazy as fuck. And how much are you willing to bet that this girl had probably did something as simple as telling him he needed to get a job, or he wanted her wallet, or something like that. She had something he wanted, and he figured it was just best to just kill her instead. It's shit like that. It's usually something very, very simple that sets them off, and they figure that the only option that they have is to end your life. Look at him. He looks like a bum. And I guarantee you, he was probably trying to lay up and live off of her and leech off of her. And she was about to tell him that the gravy train was over. And he just decided to go in there and take her out.
It's a
soon
damn
as she
shame
said it.
when a 41-year-old Dusty is living with his mama and sister. And you know what else hasn't been mentioned up here, y'all? Ain't nobody mentioned Noah's father. Nobody even attempts to ask these women or anybody in that community about where's the dad, because it's almost like an insult, because they look at you like, he ain't here. Why are you asking me about him? You trying to be funny? Nobody's left to mourn that child, because I can guarantee you the daddy don't give 2 fucks. He's probably gonna go ahead and put some money on this nigga's books for getting rid of his problem. By the way, speaking of child support, on average, black men pay $40 a month. Is this thing on? Those that have a job, on average, pay $40 a month. You can't even fill up my SUV with $40. Are you out of your fucking mind? Huh? This is
And that's because they earn the least. If these child support payments are predicated upon earned income, a lot of them do not earn that much when they are working. A lot of them are not, but just when they are, they're still not earning. They're earning below average at this point. To be honest with you, a lot of Latino men are out earning them now. And so you made fun of those men who was cutting that grass and cleaning them pools and all that other shit you thought you was too good to do. Yeah, you made fun of them, and now they got whole goddamn landscaping companies now. So who had the last laugh? Because a lot of them out earn a lot of you motherfuckers now.
Absolutely.
But DZ, look, I know that black males unalive black women left, right, and center. I know they are lazy and they don't earn anything, but I just have to have kids that are blackity black like me.
Kyra, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna hurt you.
That argument particularly is so stupid, because there's so many different races of people you could have children with, and your children would still look phenotypically black.
That part. But hey, they just want niggas. And
they could
don't
adopt.
ask me to feel goddamn crazy when something go down with you, especially when you knew. When you knew, you no longer a victim, you're a volunteer, as far as I'm concerned. So I have no goddamn onus to sit up here and feel sorry for you if you already know what it is and you go back up in there.
I know it's true. I'm talking about Deanna Barnes. Anybody who's from the ATL, They know. They know who the fuck running shit in the A. And it ain't these black folks. They try to pretend like the A is a black city. Okay, y'all ain't paying attention to how the landscape is changing. Okay, everybody else is running the ATL at this point.
Oh yeah.
But excuse me, Aaliyah, so you mean to tell me all those Morehouse unicorns and all these black male celebrities who live here aren't running shit in Atlanta?
Oh, absolutely not. And you know they're not, Kyra. You know that these Latinos got whole sides of town full of their lavanderias and their commissarias. You already know that.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me Atlanta's not Wakanda? Because that's what they have said.
Oh, absolutely not. They got their own cab services. They drive their own people around. They don't even have to call Yellow Cab or any of that bullshit. They got their own services to where they can drive their own. And don't even get me started on the Asians. That's why I say,
yes, girl.
They are running this shit, really. And they've learned how to fry chicken. So
that's what I was just about to mention.
Your time is almost up, basically.
Like the one
your time is almost up.
The one thing black people had was the chicken recipe, and they gave it away. And now, if you want some chicken in Atlanta, you gotta go through Korea.
Y'all tell me I'm lying. All 1,000 of y'all up in here. Anybody that's from Georgia in the perimeter of Atlanta, there is no place to get soul food from niggas on Sunday. Did you hear what I said?
Boom.
There is no place that you would think if you living out in Wisconsin or California or whatever. Well, when we get to Atlanta, I'm going to chill and I'm going to get some of that good Southern cooking. Yeah. And guess who's going to cook it? Mr. Ling, right? Mr. Butterschmitz. That's who's going to cook it. Huh.
And
okay. And they make some good goddamn chicken too. How about that part?
Sorry.
Go ahead, Boo.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. You know, the thing is, the few black places I know one decent black barbecue place and one decent black soul food place. Guess what? They have crazy hours. They close hella early. Why? Because the areas that they're in. The fuck you mean you have a restaurant that closes at 4:00? Really?
Hey, that's black folk. If you think we lying up here, come try it out. Come bring your ass, and don't come on Saturday night when there's an event happening. Come on Tuesday evening when everybody living a regular life, and you gonna see what the fuck we talking about. Don't take your ass to Atlanta. Don't take your ass to Baltimore. Talk about you want to relocate. You better stay your ass up out of Detroit, Washington, D.C., all these little black ass places. They not what you see on TV, okay? You better look at the crimes.
Oh, and someone in the chat, not only has Mr. Lee taken over fried chicken in Atlanta, he's also taken over boiled and fried seafood places.
Facts.
Oh, yes. And see, the thing is, the part of the reason why it's so easy for them to come in here and do shit like that, because the niggas spend the majority of their time partying and fucking off and shucking and jiving. So you come here when you want to have a good time. There is a game. Everything is a fun and games for them. Let's just party. Let's just ride around with music blaring all damn time. Everything is a game to this community and these people. They just want to party, drink, fuck. Everything is a game. Don't take shit seriously. We ain't gonna worry about shit. We ain't gonna own shit. We just gonna live carefree. And then you look up and you ain't got shit, and it's just what it is. And everybody else just slipped right on in under the radar while you was too busy partying. Yeah, y'all was drinking. Y'all was getting drunk. Everybody was getting hot. This is how niggas are. Y'all think everything is a game and everything is a party, and you don't pay attention to shit. And this is what's going on.
Y'all, let's finish up this story. It's true. It's true. This is not Wakanda. Don't bring your ass here.
72-hour hold after being deemed a threat to himself and others. Police say this time when they arrived, Dudley was trying to cover up the murder.
But this is a person who had the wherewithal to try to clean up the evidence, try to dispose of the body, ran when the police came to knock on the door to see what was going on. So this is not somebody who does not know what he's doing.
District Attorney Lisa Smitkamp says she anticipates her office to file 2 counts of murder because of how far along Logan's pregnancy was. That would make Dudley eligible for the death penalty.
Hey!
Now, the family today, they told me they are completely grief stricken. And while they did not want to go on camera, they told me that Nakaya was a beautiful spirit. She was loving, very family oriented, and trusting. And again,
I know you have to speak and to be socially accepted, you have to speak nice of the dead. I know that RIP to her. Y'all got to make better choices. Y'all still have a chance. She no longer has a chance. So getting pregnant by Dusty's, having to move back in with your mother, also who's sheltering your brother, and that ain't it. That ain't it. Whoever she's pregnant by is the one that is supposed to be taking her to her goddamn appointments, being there to rub her feet, make her something to eat, because she's giving him legacy. That's the proof that you even existed, nigga. Your children, but they don't like their children. Matter of fact, the fact that you are willing to give a man that doesn't have shit children, they lose even more respect for. You have no fucking standards. You mean to tell me I'm out here looking for a job, part of the lowest rung of society, and you finna let me fuck raw? You a bottom bitch. That's just how that goes. Oh Lord, I can't with black folk tonight, y'all. I really can't.
Just real quick too about this damn brother. To be honest with you, as sick and twisted as a lot of them are, I wouldn't be surprised that he was mad because she wasn't pregnant by him.
Ooh.
He could have just been jealous of the simple fact that his sister was with another man.
Could be. Because a lot of that nasty shit goes on in the black community. Okay, they sit up here talking about how deep Kevin Gates is, and he fucked his cousin, and they know about it, and they still be sitting up, they still sit up there and tell this nigga that he's deep. Ain't shit. There's baby pools that's deeper than Kevin Gates. Are y'all out of y'all mind? If you a black man, that's all you got to be. You deep, you sexy, you all this shit. You ain't got to lift a fucking finger, and you everything. They're cherished in the black community. And as far as what Shane goes, that happens a lot in the black community. Do I need to pull up Granddaddy? Don't make me pull up Granddaddy. Don't make me pull up Hot Mama, because we went there already. Don't make the receipts come out.
Please don't.
Oh my God, don't. Please.
Because I got them on cue. Because you need receipts some goddamn time. These bobblehead women be so goddamn hard-headed, and they, oh, you're being hyperbolic. Well, damn it, bitch. Here's proof. And it's not just in your generation. It's been going on for fucking ever. Just because you don't like it or don't want to believe it doesn't mean it's not true. Okay? Anyway, y'all. Hold on. I think I left the other goddamn video off.
And Shane just gave me a visual that I did not want. Ugh.
I'm glad you showed this, DZ, though, because I know there's a lot of black women that do have brothers, and brothers are always coddled and upheld in the family, and they I just hope people watching, black women watching, really take heed. You see the signs in your brother, in your dusty ass brother. I know you see the signs that he's dangerous and that you need to get the fuck away from him, and you need to take whatever measures you need to take and get the fuck away from that motherfucker, because it doesn't matter that it's your brother. It's dangerous. He's in close proximity to you. He can overpower you. He can harm you. He fucking hates you because you're a black woman. It doesn't matter that you're his sister. Think back of all the times growing up. Did your brother protect you? Did he really come through? Was he really there? Or can you see that motherfucker is evil? And matter of fact, even if he was there, get the fuck away from your brother either way. Period.
And it's some man sitting at home saying, yeah, my D. Mm-hmm.
I can't stand them hoes. Ladies, check this shit out. I wish, honestly, that this was not the narrative. I do. I wish that you guys had it just like other races of women have it. Now, I'm not saying that their shit is all, peaches and cream all the fucking time. But the fact of the matter is they have it better than you. Okay? I will not take that from you. You are supposed to be able to sit up and say, hey, I'm okay because there's a black man here. Anything going on, I'm okay because I know he's here. You pretending like that's the case, that's not going to help anything. You're not a Spanish woman, right? You're not Hispanic. You're not Asian. You're not white. Just because you're competing with these women, being delusional is not going to change the situation. Women get their ass whooped, Asian women get their ass whooped, all that. But you get your ass whooped more. Whenever y'all are ready to answer that fucking question, and admit that, then we might get somewhere. And to you content creators out there, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope that nothing happens to you over the break. Nothing. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. You get everything you want. Everybody that's a Black woman needs to divest. If you identify as a Black woman and are a Black woman, you need to divest. I don't ever, and that's one of my biggest fears, y'all. I never want to come up here and I see a comment that says, do you remember your subscriber such and such and so and so? Yeah, her boyfriend killed her. I never want to see that. I've already had it to where one of my subbies ended up getting her ass beat by one of these niggas, and that was hard enough. I don't want y'all taken off the planet. Fuck all that sexing. Fuck all that bullshit. There is no such thing as Black love. Did you hear what I said? There is no such thing as Black fucking love. Period. Should there be? Maybe that's up to, for discussion, but it doesn't exist at this point in time. It never has. And I am of the opinion that it never will. If you think your life is worth gambling on this bullshit, then more power to you. But don't lay it in our laps to feel sorry for you when something happens, because you had the opportunity to make better choices. Okay, I put it to you like this. The nigga said you should choose better. Since you love them niggas so much, why the fuck you ain't listening to them? When you choose better, you're not going to be able to choose them. Okay? Anything, and it's coming out the horse's mouth right now, anything is better than a nigga. Anything. Get you a goddamn dog and watch Netflix with his ass, right? Be by yourself. Okay, you should be comfortable by yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with being single. Stop letting these mammies shame you into, having to say that you got somebody. Because it's better to be alone than to be with a nigga. It is. Okay. I don't know what your choices are going to be, but I appreciate you coming over here to at least listen. And if you're hot with me right now, just stick around a little bit longer so that you can see that what we're saying is true. Also, go back and watch the other videos. It has been nothing but consistency around this bitch. Ain't nobody making up marriages. Ain't nobody making up child-free situations. Ain't nobody doing none of that shit over here. All we're saying is make yourself a priority. Put yourself first. I mean that shit, y'all. Okay? It's getting ready to be Christmas. We're walking into 2023. And if you were here this time last year, we had this same fucking talk. Did it get any better in the Black community since we had this conversation 365 days ago? Did anything improve? No, it got worse. You're seeing babies being set on fire while they're still in vitro in their mama. And the niggas you love so much, they're the ones that's doing it. So you should not have to ask a cancer patient to take their chemotherapy. I hope you get what I'm saying. Nobody should be having to beg you to put yourself first. Walk away. Okay? Stay strapped. Anybody got anything before I go twerking in the goddamn Discord?
No, I'm good.
All right. I guess that's what it is. I'll talk to y'all next time. Love ya. Bye.
Good night. Thank you.